One of the things that is kind of important to think about is I can in fact use the record button to record my show. Okay, and all of my clips, I've got a ton of playback clips on some of these shows, or some of these songs I should say, and the issue is often hard drive speed. If you can get an SSD drive in your computer, awesome, go for it, do it. I'm waiting for the prices to come down, and so there's a couple of other things that you can do to record that, as far as I'm concerned, are much more stable. One of the things you can do is you can get yourself a Zoom H4n, and then of course run that into your sound card out into the Zoom. Much more reliable way, rather than trying to use Soundflower or trying to use other software to get the computer, because don't forget I've got iTunes playing in between my sets, and so whatever I record in MainStage, it's not recording iTunes. Okay. Yes, there are software alternatives to doing this. I think it just adds to the CPU recording. It creates a problem for disk speed. So I recommend the Zoom H4n for recording. The other thing that you can do as well is I've got a I've got cables coming out of the sound card and going directly into a Mac Mini. The Mac Mini's inputs are good enough, as far as I'm concerned, and the Mac Mini is coming to me on shows anyways, so I can put it to use and have it act as an H4n and record everything just straight through the inputs. Just a tip-ring sleeve mini jack into the Mac Mini, and a 1/4 inch tip-ring sleeve out of the sound card, and then I can get my recordings through the Mac Mini. Anyways, one of the things I want to say about MainStage that's amazing is that actually MainStage comes as a companion to Apple Logic. Here in Canada, Logic is $200, which I think is a steal. I don't use Logic myself. I prefer Digital Performer, and I've been using Digital Performer for literally 2 decades. So, and I'm not about to switch DAWs. I do know how to use Logic, and because a lot of my collaborators use Logic, so I do know how to use it. But I want to emphasize that this program, MainStage, what you're seeing is literally $30. You don't have to buy Logic. You can pay $30 and buy MainStage separately and run your entire show from it. I've been running MainStage now for the last 3 years and performing with it in various different bands, and I have to say I'm extremely impressed, and I love the fact that I can design my own interface. As you can see on the screen, there are some interesting things happening here. For example, if I look at in layout mode, this template, this background here that you can see is a photograph that I took of a steam engine, close-up photo of a steam engine. I just like the texture of it. And this as well, I believe this is a fire train for putting out fires. I use that as well. And this chunk here is a photograph that I took of a friend of mine, his door, the outside door, and I just like the looks of it. It looks really, really cool. And this chunk here, these are all these kinds of things. I believe, what is this? This is a piece of rusty metal, or it's a piece of rock. I can't remember where I got that or where it came from. Anyways, all of these kinds of things. Even this is just a picture of a plugin. I just like the looks of it. It's a plugin dealy, and anyways, you can use that. You can just import your own backgrounds and make MainStage appear however the heck you want it. You can take the graphics and move them around. You can add whatever you want, and like I say, all of these buttons are assignable. You just, for MIDI, you just hit assign and control the parameter, and now my Kai is controlling the the bypass on that synth there. You can see it blinking. It's so easy to control it. And then what you do is you go onto this button and you say to, in this particular project, you put on this button and you say this button does what? Well, the mappings down here say that this button, if it's ever going to go over, this button does the Predator bypass. Okay, so Predator is the name of a synthesizer by Rob Papin. I highly recommend Rob Papin synths. I think they're the best. So this button goes to bypass. So once again, MainStage is $30. Highly recommend it. And the learning curve is not actually all that steep. There's a couple of things that you need to kind of wrap your head around. But other than that, it's rock solid, and I'm super impressed. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video or you found it inspiring or interesting, please subscribe and like, and send me an email if you have any questions. All right? Take care, and